serve on a voluntary basis without compensation. Our procedure for conducting business is that I will call out the name of the business or the petitioner. If you would come forward to the mic and the podium and speak clearly so that we can hear your presentation. At that time, any member of the board might ask you a question or explain a situation, and then following that, anyone that cares to come forward and ask questions or voice their opinion will be given an opportunity to do that. Once we receive public testimony on an item, the members of the board will deliberate and we will render our decision tonight. I'll remind the members, if you have a personal or a financial interest in a particular item, you're required to recuse yourself from voting. Any item that is presented by the petitioner or on behalf of the petitioner during the presentation of the item will be binding as to any decision the board makes relative to the motion. Remind the members of the board, if you wish to make a motion to deny an item, you must give a reason. This time I'll introduce the members of the board that are here tonight: Ms. K.T. Brown, Mr. George Howell Jr., Mr. Corey Johnson, Mr. Blake Markham, Mr. Bart Prince, Mr. Pickett Reese, and I'm John Stanley, your chairman. We have 7 members here tonight. It requires 5 votes to approve a motion. Any questions? Our land use staff that are here tonight, I don't want to leave them out: Mr. Tommy Tyson, Ms. Jovan Hans, and Ms. Tanya Ingram. Any questions? Just to let you know, in case you're here for item number 2, it has been withdrawn. That's item, the petitioner, Ms. Jennifer Hand, regarding property on Woodley Road. Item number 1 is presented tonight by Roderick Rudolph, requesting a special exception for a private school. That's a truck driving school to be located at 4204 Selma Highway in an M1 zoning district. Is Mr. Rudolph here? Okay. We'll hold that. Maybe he'll show up a little later. Item 2, as I just mentioned, has been withdrawn. Item 3 is presented by Tyree Martin. Mr. Martin here. Requesting a variance to Ordinance 17-2014 to operate a lounge at 6134 Atlanta Highway in a B3 zoning district. Mr. Martin?
Yes, sir.
All right, who's Mr. Martin?
Yeah, he's Mr. Martin.
Are you Mr. Martin? Okay. You may want to remove that mask because it's going to be difficult for us to understand you with that on.
Okay.
Okay. Present your request for your location at 6134 Atlanta Highway.
Okay, well, I'm going to be opening a lounge, and we're going to basically be selling turkey legs, and we're going to be aiming at a 30 and older.
You're going to have to speak a little louder and a little clearer because I'm not hearing you very well.
Okay, I'm opening a lounge, trying to open a lounge where we're just going to basically be serving turkey legs, and that's basically it.
Okay. I believe your hours of operation are intended to be Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. through 2 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand why you're here, Mr. Martin?
Yes.
You're proposing to be within 100 feet of a residential line.
Mr.
I
Stanley.
believe that distance is about 58 feet.
Yeah.
Okay? Your location is proposed to be 58 feet from a residential property. You aware of that? That's why you're here.
Okay.
Okay? Any questions, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I'll entertain a motion then.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Howell?
I move that we deny this variance because it is just too close to a residential area. And despite people's good intentions and hopes, entrepreneurs wanting to start a business, my experience with this proximity has proven to be detrimental to the residential area. So my motion is to deny this variance.
Have a motion to deny. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Reese seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion to deny this request, please raise your hand. All in favor of it? Abstain? How'd you vote, Mr. Prince? Abstain. Well, you abstain, okay. All right, we had 6 deny, 1 abstain. Your motion or your petition is denied.
So what would be our next step?
Sir,
What would be our next step?
you can appeal this to circuit court, and you can see our staff about that. Yes, sir. Item number 4 is presented by Yumeka Potts. Ms. Potts here. Regarding a special exception for a private school to be located at 2823 East South Boulevard in a B3 zoning district. Ms. Potts here? Okay. Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
You might want to pull that mic down seriously. And there you go. Thank you. Tell us what you want to do, Ms. Potts.
I'm requesting to open a nursing assistant school.
Okay. You're in a B3 district, and if this is for a private school,
Yes, sir.
correct? And you have indicated a maximum of 14 students and 1 instructor.
Yes, sir.
And you're going to locate in a shopping center, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So you got a lot of parking.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And one of the requirements that we have is you make sure you got adequate parking lot lighting,
Yes, sir.
okay? Because you probably have students leaving 6 or so when it gets dark,
Yes, sir.
right? You in agreement with all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item?
You entertain a motion
I'll entertain a motion. Ms. Brown?
that we approve?
Okay.
Second.
Have a motion to approve as presented, second by Mr. Markham. Any further discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, you good?
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Item 5 is presented by Barrett Simpson, requesting a story variance for a new building to be located on the northwest corner of Edgar D. Nixon Avenue and Elm Street in an R60M zoning district. Hello, how you guys?
Good evening. Good evening.
Hello, Fred.
Good to see you.
Hadn't seen you in a while.
It's been a little while.
How you been?
Blake Rice, who was intending to be here with Barrett Simpson, had a conflict. My name is Fred Bennett. I'm with the Bennett Group. We are co-developing a senior living property to be known as Freedom Village with the Community Action Program of North Alabama. The acronym for that is CAPNA. And this is part of a 10-year partnership between the city of Montgomery and CAPNA to redevelop this area. Many of you are probably familiar with Lanier Court, which was developed 5-6 years ago. The property contiguous to Lanier Court belongs to the city. The city's plan is to donate this property to the project. And the city is also committing city home funds for the financing of the project. The proposal is for a 3-story building that will have 50 two-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment units. It will also have, a office, a gathering area, a fitness center, and a business center, and a laundry included. So our request is for a variance to allow 3 stories in an area that is normally 2 stories.
Okay,
And I have the project architect, Joel Peak, is here with me if you have questions about the building.
okay. I assume there's elevators
Yes.
throughout the building.
Yes, this is for seniors, so we want to ride.
Right. And all access is internal?
Yes,
All interior access, right?
yes.
Okay. All right, any question, board member? All access is interior, in other words, it's not exterior access.
There'll be limited access. I think, is it 2 or 3 exits?
Yes, there are 3. There's a main entrance and 2 other exits, but all will be card controlled.
Well, I'll ask that question, I'll get an explanation. Tommy? Sir. On the agenda, Tanya, Ms. Brown asked the question, outside, on the agenda here, it says zoning district proposed. What does that mean?
It's got to get final approval from City Council on January 4th, so
Gotcha.
they're in the middle of the process of rezoning it.
Okay,
Planning Commission has already recommended to rezone it.
Okay.
final
All
approval
right,
of that
answers my
zoning
question.
from the city council.
Okay.
Okay.
That answers my question. Thank you.
You're
Okay?
welcome.
Any questions, board members, to,
Yes.
Mr. Howell?
Who owns this property now? The city?
The city owns the property now.
Okay, who will own the property after the building is finished?
It will be a limited partnership with CAPNA as the general partner, and then the balance of the partnership will be owned by investors who contribute funds to the project.
Okay, tell me again who that first one is, the general partner.
Community Action Program of North Alabama
North
Incorporated.
Alabama. Okay. And they're the general partner.
Yes.
Okay, they got control then. All right, that's all.
Okay.
Well, I'm so glad y'all
Any other
coming out
questions, board members?
here.
Anyone in the audience care to address this item?
May I make a motion?
1 second.
Welcome.
Oh, absolutely.
Welcome.
Anyone care to address the item?
I'm so glad that
Ms. Bryan, you want to make a motion?
yes, I move that we approve.
Have a motion to approve. Have a second? Second. Mr. Prince? Seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion as presented, please raise your hand. It's approved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See y'all later.
Thank you.
That was easy, wasn't it?
Thank you.
Item 6 is presented by Legacy Heritage, requesting a special exception for an accessory structure without a main dwelling to be located on the east side of Hale Street, approximately 120 feet north of Opp Street in R60D zoning district. Hello.
Hello.
You may remove your mask there if you'd like, as long as we can hear you well.
Are you able to hear
It's
me?
all right, whatever you want to do.
Okay. My name is Consuelo Bradley. I'm the president of Legacy Heritage nonprofit. We are sponsoring a community garden in Newtown. It'll be a membership
I
based.
cannot understand you.
Oh,
Steve.
sorry. Is that
You're gonna
better?
That's much better.
Sure.
You have to start over.
Can I start again?
Yes.
My name is Consuelo Bradley. I am president of Legacy Heritage nonprofit. We are sponsoring a community garden in Newtown to address the food desert issue. It'll be membership-based, and we will offer other services like a community mall. Access of our vegetables will also be donated to the community as well. We are here trying to get a variance so that we can have water.
Okay, so you want to have this storage shed, is that the term for it?
Yes, sir.
It has no plumbing in it, right?
No, sir.
No, any electricity in it?
No, sir.
It's just a shed.
Yes, sir.
Is it going to be on a slab?
Yes.
Okay. And it's going to be used only for community garden and house equipment, to house equipment and tools, correct?
Yes, sir.
No other purpose.
No.
Any question, board members?
Yes.
Mr. Howell?
Where's the garden gonna be? Is that a ditch running through the middle of it?
Yes, sir. That ditch is maintained by the city. We're building on either side, and we also have 10 to 12 feet on the left, and also more room on the right.
Okay. Are you
That
gonna,
outline is correct.
you gonna build a bridge across the ditch or what?
Yes, sir. We have currently one bridge.
Yeah.
We are going to get another one.
All right, who owns the property?
I do, sir.
Oh, that makes sense. I'm glad you're here. Okay.
So this storage shed is for the benefit of Legacy Heritage, is that correct?
Yes, sir. We want the members that participate in the community garden to have access to the tools, small tools like hand tools and different rakes and things that we want everyone to have access to.
Would you agree that if the use of the property ever ceases to be used as community gardening, then the shed would be removed? If you're saying you're going to use it for that purpose, if it ceases to be used for community gardening, will you agree to remove the shed?
I will agree to remove the shed, yes.
Okay. Okay. Any questions, board members? Any other questions? Is anyone in the audience care to address this item?
Will you entertain a motion?
I'll entertain a motion, Ms. Brown, and be sure we
Wait,
can. Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you asked that.
We're on item number 6 regarding Legacy Heritage. Are y'all here to speak in favor or against it? Yeah, come on up.
Yes, so it's still paid.
Ma'am, if you will step aside, give these people an opportunity to speak. Sir, you may have to remove your mask so we can understand you.
My name is William Thornton.
Just speak a little clear and louder into that mic.
My
sir.
name is William Thornton,
Okay.
and I'm a resident of the Newtown community. And I'm here with some of my fellow residents that have some concerns about this garden and the benefit that it'll be to our community. I just let them say what they want to say about it.
Well, let me say this. We're not considering this on the basis of the use. We're considering this because she's requested a shed to be located there.
Okay.
That's 12 by 10.
All right.
That's associated with the use, which is a community garden.
All right.
Okay? The community garden is not something we're considering.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Is that okay? You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Okay.
Would y'all care to say anything? Any different?
It's about the shade.
You okay? It's strictly to do with the shed. And she's agreed, and it's a matter of record, that if the community garden ever ceases to exist, the shed will have to be removed. Unless somebody elects to build a house on it. The reason she's here is because she's asking for permission to put a shed on this lot because there is no existing home on it. Okay? Okay? All right. Anyone else care to address this item? Ms. Brown, I'll entertain a motion if you wanted to make that.
I move that we approve based on the following conditions. No living,
Ms. Brown, I
You're gonna
can't hear you.
She can't hear you, and you're going to have to speak and maybe lower your mask.
There'll be no electricity or any other utilities enclosed within the structure?
No, ma'am, not within the structure.
No plumbing or no electricity?
No.
No one living in there at any time? And
No.
if this ceased to be for the community garden,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part.
building will be...
She's giving the motion, ma'am. You just need to listen.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
She's not asking you a question. She's making a motion.
For share to be removed.
Okay, you got that? Y'all got that? Okay. I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Johnson? Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion as presented, please raise your hand. It carries.
Thank you.
Ms. Bradley, you understood the conditions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Item 7 is presented by David Woodruff, requesting a special exception for a mobile home for living purposes to be located at 30 Fransom Road in an Ag 1 zoning district. Hey, Mr. Woodruff.
How you doing?
Good. So you want to put a mobile home on this 15 acres?
Yes, sir.
And our agenda shows something else there. Is that a home existing on that property, or is it?
Yeah, we got a couple things going on. There's an arena right there. That's a barn over there for the horses. It's in the pecan orchard, but it's the mobile home will be going below that barn right there. To the right.
That's a barn in the middle of the
Yes,
property?
sir. That's a barn. Yes, sir.
Okay. Just had to ask that question. We weren't sure about that.
Yeah.
So you're going to use this for y'all to live in, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you will not be renting it, correct?
Oh no.
Okay. All right.
Are there any other mobile homes?
I'm sure there are other mobile homes in that area, correct?
Yes, sir. There's one right across the street, and tons of them at the end of Franson Road.
Right. Okay. Any other questions? I'll entertain. Is anyone here that cares to address this item? I'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Stanley, that we approve Mr. Woodruff's request as presented.
Have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Brown makes a second to approve. Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. It's unanimous. Good luck,
Thanks, sir.
sir. Item 8 is presented by Christy Williams, representing 671 South Perry Street LLC, requesting an exception to Smart Code for new signage to be located at 671 South Perry in a T40 zoning, Smart Code zoning district. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, thank you for having us.
Sure.
So we purchased this commercial space on 671 Perry Street, and our hopes for it are to mix it with,
Christy, you're gonna have to speak louder and
Oh, I'm
clear
so
into
sorry.
that mic, okay?
our hopes are to mix this with residential and commercial space, and currently the signs that are on it are 4 small BB&T signs. It used to be a BB&T bank, and our request, of course, is to put, of course, new signage on the property where it's more easily read from the oncoming traffic coming off the highway and that sort of thing. And so we're needing a little bit of a bigger sign, an 8-foot by 11-foot sign, to go actually right on the front of the brick exterior.
So it's 8 feet tall and 11 feet in length, right?
Correct.
Because
And
our agenda
internally-
shows something like that, which covers the whole front of the building. That's not intended to be the case, right?
Right, we're not going to have it top to bottom, just in that little space.
Yeah, just
The-
want to make sure.
I
Y'all
believe
see
the-
what I'm saying?
No, I think the white space is what they're gonna, I think they're gonna either paint or do something different.
Correct. So right now, it's almost like a red-orange
It's
brick,
appropriate, the
I
way
got
it's on there.
I got you.
and then we're going to paint
So
that
the
white.
sign
of course.
that we're really dealing with here is called just where it says the bank.
Correct, that's right.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
And I believe,
That, you see what I'm saying? It appears that that's gonna be just one big old sign out there.
if you'll let us, no, I'm just kidding. Nope, just that, just the 8 foot by 11 would be great.
Just that. That's right. That's right. Okay, any discussion? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I'll let
Question.
Mr. Howell.
Is this sign lit in any way, or?
Yes, it is actually. So there's,
You
Is
asking
it,
for,
it's backlit, isn't it?
it's internally lit, so it will be lit up.
Internally lit.
So the letters will be lit like it shows in this diagram?
That's correct.
Okay.
It won't be blinking, will it?
No, it should
It
not.
won't be pulsating, will it?
No, we don't want
It won't emit
to.
noise, right?
Our intent is no added
It's just a
distraction.
constant light, right?
Right.
And
It should
it is
be.
it's only on one side of the building, not the other three.
That's correct.
And
this
it's not on the parapet either, it's just on the face of the building,
Just on the face of the brick,
And
absolutely.
this is the Perry Street side, is that correct?
Perry Street side.
Yes, the Perry Street side.
Okay,
Yeah, one side only.
curious. That's all.
Okay, you want to make a motion, Mr. Howell?
Yeah, I move we approve the variance as discussed or as presented.
Before I ask for the second, did I ask, is anyone in the audience care to address this item? Okay. Mr. Howell, you made a motion to
Yeah.
approve. Do I have a second?
I want to second it, but I want to make sure it includes not blinking, not pulsating on one side of the building.
She said it would not.
Confirmed, no
Well, I want
pulsating
that
or
included.
blinking.
Mr. Howell, she wants you to include in your motion that it's not blinking, it's not pulsating, it's not emitting noise, and it's only on one side of the building. You agree to that?
So moved.
Thank you.
You got it? Okay.
I second it.
I was just being,
Now, if it was going to be a club, we might have an issue. No.
all right. I have a motion and a second. All in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Item 9 is presented by Tippett Cease Baker Architecture, representing Ashley and Barrett Gilbreth, requesting a side yard variance and a rear yard variance for a new building to be located at 2098 Myrtlewood Drive in an R125 zoning district.
Good
Hey,
evening.
how you doing?
I'm good. My name's Chris Tippett. I'm here representing Tippett Cease Baker and the Gilbreths. And
Chris, if you would, please.
oh yeah, sorry.
speak.
Yeah, my name is Chris Tippett.
There you go.
Tippett Cease Baker Architecture. Here representing Ashley and Barrett Gilbreth for this piece of property on Myrtlewood. And the reason we're asking for the variance is the width more so than the depth. And I've been able to do more studies since we've presented this for approval and actually been able to make our footprint smaller. But because it's a 125 lot, it's actually only 90 feet in the buildable lot area. And so we're requesting that we have 10-foot setbacks as opposed to 15-foot setbacks. But we do not need the rear yard if the pool can be within the rear yard setback.
Okay. We want to make sure that any water
Yes.
coming off the side, onto the side and rear property lines are contained on the property
Yes, of course.
and don't intrude onto the adjacent property owners.
Of course.
Okay?
Yes.
Any questions, board members? Mr. Howell?
Yes,
That's you.
there's a structure on this lot already?
Yes, there is. There's an existing structure there. Yes.
Is what?
There's an existing structure, house there. Yes.
Okay,
It'll be demolished and
It will be, yes, demolished and removed. Yes.
okay,
new structure.
Yes.
Okay.
all right, thank you.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see that activity. Very good. Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
All right, go ahead.
I'd like to move that we approve Mr. Tippett's request as presented.
Have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second, with the condition that the water coming off is contained.
Have a, okay, did you get that? You okay with that, Mr. Pickett? Mr. Reese?
Yes.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Item 10 is presented by Agner, Cullum, and India Wilson requesting a variance to ordinance 17-2014 to operate a lounge at 2525 Highland Avenue in a B2 district. Board members, I'll, if you will, note that this is a 93-foot variance where the hookah lounge will come within 157 feet of a residential district line. Ms. Cullum or Ms. Wilson, who's going to do the speaking?
We're going to speak together, so we're going to
Okay.
kind of tag
Okay.
team off. So good afternoon, everyone. How you guys doing tonight? My name is India Wilson, and I am here with Anye Colum. We went to high school together, so we're from the area, born and raised. We went to BTW Magnet. I was in the Arts Magnet. Anye was in the Law Magnet, and we reconnected just a few years back. We actually met in our first day of Leadership Montgomery class, so this has been a full cycle reunion for us both. So since graduating from BTW, I got my undergrad in finance, and I also have an MBA in marketing and strategy. Went to school at Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee, and got my MBA from the University of Pittsburgh. Anye, she majored in law at Auburn University out in Auburn, and then went to law school at Faulkner University locally. So we're a formidable pair, and we're seeking a variance of about 93 feet within a residential district that requires 157 feet. We're seeking to actually create a space, because there is a white space in Montgomery for a place where artists can not only create things, but also have a downtime of actual vibe space. At night, I moonlight as an artist. I have a few murals around the city, and I'm in the art community altogether. So that white space of having creative placemaking in an area like Highland Avenue that's currently underdeveloped in that space, and it's been boarded up for quite some time. We just have an incredible vision for that area, to be the place where murals are, to be the place where we have spaces that are Instagram worthy within our space altogether. So we're looking ultimately to create a vibe where locals, artists, and tourists can come together, and it not only will be something that will benefit the community and the city locally, but it'll be something that would drive tourists here to Montgomery from miles and towns and states away. And we seek to have multiple revenue streams. One of those revenue streams will be hookah and alcohol and wine. And that's why we're coming here primarily before you, because we know that within our multiple revenue streams, one of our percentage of that, about 40% of that, would come from alcohol and hookah sales. So we want to make sure we come before you correctly at the forefront, because that would be something that you would have the most questions about. Another revenue stream also would include brunch. We plan to serve brunch on weekends. We also plan to have evening small plates and tapas, like any other. If you think of the Taste, how they have their tapas in the evenings, we seek to have those as well in the evening hours. If you think about some of the brunch spaces like First Watch or Another Broken Egg, if you've eaten in Atlanta, that would be the brunch vibe that you would see on the weekends. And then we also would have hookahs in the evenings that would pair with any charcuterie board or any wine flights and any other types of alcohol sales that go along with that. And then in the daytime, to capitalize on our daytime revenue streams, we seek to have make and take classes where you can come to learn how to make something. For example, if you wanted to learn how to roll a cigar, we're going to have rolling cigar class. If you want to learn how to roll sushi, we're going to have those classes. If you want to be able to make something and take it home, maybe you want to make an Auburn sign for your front yard or an Alabama sign for your front yard, we're going to have those classes. Now, an example of that would be there's a place out on Barn Road. They have a make and take place. You can make and paint different wood products and take them home. That's an example of that. And I'll let you talk about some of the concerns. We want to hit on the risk and mitigation points. So we want to touch on and see if we can answer some of the questions that you might ask us before we can get into a little bit deeper.
Hi, good evening. I know talking about this space, the big issue is the 93 feet. We're coming within 93 feet of someone's home. But this area on Highland Avenue is a very busy street. There
is adequate lighting. I have pictures here. I'm not sure if you all would like to see them or not, but we've taken pictures. The city has multiple lights on the street. All of these pictures were taken, no flash or anything like that. The other issue I know is parking right there in the area, but there is a lot that's 2 spaces down that's empty, open, a very large parking lot, and it's owned by the Highland Grocery and Meats. So we spoke with the owner, and he has agreed to allow us to use that space for our parking. So we intend to offer valet parking for our clients and guests that will come to the lounge and to the areas. So at this point, you know, parking is not really a major issue since we are able to access that lot there.
Well, you, obviously, you're in the proper zoning to do the majority of what you're proposing to do anyway.
Yes,
okay?
that's correct.
The reason you're here is the hookah lounge that's within 157 feet of a residential lot,
Right, yeah.
okay?
That's good. Oh, yeah.
And we are happy to see that you've got your parking taken care of. I understand you have an understanding about available parking, but that doesn't mean it's guaranteed unless you own it or you have it leased. But we're dealing with the variance for the use of a lounge. Any questions, board members?
No, I just want to thank them for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
We need it.
Question.
Mr. Howell?
What is in the building? The building directly behind you is Zone B2 also. What is that?
That building right there, that building has at least 3 roll-up doors, and right now, at least one of them is empty. Another one, they run a tax business out of it, and the third one, I cannot recall, but it's kind of like a commercial business.
Okay. Just, all right.
Okay. Any other questions? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I'll entertain a motion.
I so move.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand.
Thank you.
All in favor, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you for coming into that area.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
We got another item. Are y'all here for an item that,
First item,
Truck driving.
are you item number,
one out 3.
can you come up, sir?
Item 2.
No, item 2's been withdrawn.
One.
Are you here for item number 1 for the truck driving school?
Yes, sir.
Okay, gotcha. Item 1 is presented by Mr. Roderick Rudolph. You Mr. Rudolph?
Yes.
You're requesting a special exception for a private school, a truck driving school to be located at 4204 Selma Highway in M1 zoning district. Okay?
Yes.
So, Mr. Rudolph, you want to operate a driving school for 6 to 12 students for a 6-week course. Is that it? Just 6 weeks?
Yeah, it's just 6 weeks.
Just 6 weeks. That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
So it would begin when and when would it end? What day and, I mean, what is the 6-week period you're talking about?
Well, I was planning on starting one January the 24th, and exactly 6 weeks from that date will be the final date.
I'm not hearing you well. You have to speak loud and clearly.
I'm sorry. I wanted to start on January the 24th.
Okay.
And with the end date being exactly 6 weeks from that date. I'm sorry I don't have that exact date in front of me.
I have a question
Yes, ma'am.
for you. Are you gonna do 6 week, are you gonna do multiple courses, each one being 6 weeks each? or just one time 6 weeks?
It's just one time. I mean, well, no, I mean, it's gonna be an ongoing thing
That's what
every
I'm
6
asking.
weeks.
It's not just gonna be a one-time thing, it's gonna
Right.
be ongoing for 6 weeks.
That's what I was trying to figure out
Okay.
too.
Yes.
It's a 1 6-week course, that's all we're talking about.
Nah, he's saying he's gonna
No.
do it ongoing.
Uh-huh.
After he finishes the first
Oh,
6 weeks, he's gonna
it'll
have
be,
another.
okay,
and another.
continuous.
Yes.
It'll be
Continuous,
6-week
but a
courses.
different,
Okay.
different class, every 6 weeks. It don't take very long to, train them.
Okay, let me do the talking here.
Okay.
You're gonna have 6-week courses,
Yes, sir.
not 1 6-week course.
Not just one.
You'll have a 6-week course, and then you'll move to another 6-week course.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Okay. And it's gonna be from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. at night? That's mighty late at night.
No, because we were doing night and day classes, but at the moment, we're just gonna do day classes from 9 to 2 p.m.
9 to 2 p.m., not 11.
No, sir.
Okay, 9 a.m.
Until 2 p.m.
9 a.m. to 2 p.m.,
Yes.
okay? All right. Okay, here's the question I have. Your access on and off of this property, I'm looking at a drawing here, and it appears the access for this lot is off of the side street, not Selma Highway, correct? Where's your
Yes, the access is actually off Brewer Road, that side.
Access is off Brewer Road,
Yes, sir.
not Selma Highway.
No, not Selma Highway.
That's important here.
Okay.
You're saying access is not off of Selma Highway. In other words, you're gonna turn,
No, the entrance into
that little curb cut there, that's where you're gonna come and go, correct?
right there where's at Brewer Road.
Right.
Okay, the
That's
first
where you-
entrance is where the classroom is, but back there in the back, that property in the back there, that's where we'll be doing the training at.
My question is, are you gonna be accessing directly off of Selma Highway or Brewer Road?
From Brewer Road, you said, can you repeat that again? I'm sorry.
You're gonna be coming and going off of Brewer Road, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's important because if you're taking 18-wheelers or whatever on and off of Selma Highway and you gotta create another curb cut, that's a problem. Your access is off of Brewer Road.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So, but what we normally do is, they have the Chevron right across the street, right there next to it, left of it. And on the behind Chevron, they have an area where trucks can, come in and out and get on the road. So what we do is go across to the Chevron and come up, and we get on Highway 80 at the light right there. No, we don't get on Highway 80 right there at Brewer Road because it's just kind of difficult right there, especially when you're training people.
Yeah. He's got the light is that way?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot in front of the-
Okay,
a lot in
that's
front
the
of the
Chevron gas station right there to the left.
That's right.
Right there where someone just moved the cursor at, that's
Yep.
where the light is.
So
And
you're
it's
gonna be coming in and off of Brewer Road.
No, we'll be going to the light. We normally go to the light.
Yeah.
But when we coming back in, if we're coming from that way, we do turn in at Brewer Road. But we always exit out at the light. Yeah.
See all those trailers parked in the back? There's a lot of trucking activity back
Yeah.
there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trucks be in the back.
Yeah.
Like you said, where the trailer is.
But over here, you're not gonna be coming and going where that striped area is located, right?
No, sir, that's soft over there. We can't even go.
I wanna
we
make
can't
sure of
even-
that. So
Okay.
you're gonna turn in at Brewer Road to get in and out of the property is my question.
We just turn in at Brewer Road, but we come out at the light,
Gotcha.
at the Access Boulevard.
Okay. Okay. In other words, there's no curb cut on Selma Highway except at Brewer Road.
He would have to get ALDOT approval to get that anyway.
I figured that. Yeah. All right, everybody clear on that?
No.
Well, let me show you. He's coming and going at that point right there. He's not coming and going down here. Okay?
Oh, just see.
Right there. Okay? But we're
That's why he's
approving,
gonna
we're
turn
approving, we're approving the use anyway, okay? And Tanya, and Jovan, we need to make sure that if there's any other curb cut there, it's gonna have to be approved by AlDOT or
It will.
traffic engineering?
It will.
Okay. We'll let them deal with that. Okay?
Okay.
You all right with that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And then your hours of operation, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Any other questions, board members?
I have
Yes.
a question.
Mr. Howell?
What is this property right now? What is that building?
The one that's in the red,
Yeah,
that's just where we have the classroom at, in that small building right there.
well, what did it used to be?
It used to be Davis, a trucking company that used to do business with local business with Hyundai and
Okay.
suppliers.
Thank you.
All right,
It's the old Davis building.
all right. Is this, the lot around this building, is that paved or what is that? Is that slag or what?
Right there in the front,
Yeah,
no, it's not paved, it's, they have like gravel, like stone, like rocks. I don't know what
Okay.
kind of, yeah, some rock, they have rocks out there.
all right. And on the side of it, between the building and Brewer Road, that gray area, what is that?
Yeah, that's the rocks right there.
Okay,
But that's gravel, like right there in the center and on the side over there, that's like gravel.
yeah,
I wonder why they did it like that too, but they got like the stone rocks on the side over there.
okay. And that-
Okay.
All right. It's,
Mr. Howell, any other questions? Mr. Howell, you want to make a motion?
yeah, motion to approve as presented and discussed.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second based on, I have
Second.
a statement.
All right, I need a second, and then I'll let you make a statement.
Second,
All right, have a second. All right, any further discussion?
yeah, well, he has a 6-week course.
I can't hear. I can't
Well,
hear.
he has a 6-week course, he needs to put 6-week courses with an S on it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, operation 9 a.m., 2 p.m. Access, according to what Mr. Stanley said.
Well, it's going to be subject to approval by AlDOT or the city of Montgomery.
Okay, I don't need to state it.
No.
Okay.
No. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, I appreciate it.
We didn't mean to give you a hard time, just had to make sure we're clear on these.
I understand, it's no problem.
Come back and get you.
Minutes are
Okay.
good.
All right, I appreciate it. Good luck. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Have a motion to approve the minutes, have a second.
Second.